They just announced Anthony Richardson as the starter,
Mm-hmm.
keeping him some weapons around him. I think if the Colts are going to make a trade that's going to work for them, I would focus less on the draft picks. Maybe focus on getting like a second or third round pick and then getting a solid running back to fill them in. Because right now, your depth consists of Zach Moss, Deion Jackson, and a rookie. So if I were you, I would try to get maybe like a Tony Pollard, like you suggested earlier, or maybe it's a James Conner, maybe it's a Cam Akers. Try to see what you have there. But go out there, get another running back that can at least like get 60 to 70% of what Jonathan Taylor gives you.
Yeah, at least get some help. Like, if we're not getting draft picks back for him, can we at least get some wide receiver help? Because I know some people like Alec Pierce, some people like Michael Pittman. I think those guys are both really solid receivers. Alec Pierce, you want him on a Super Bowl team, maybe your fourth substitution third wide receiver on the field, kind of rotating in and out. Michael Pittman, really, really solid 2 on a Super Bowl team, amazing 3. So I think with Richardson, what really confused me was, yeah, you mentioned it. Okay, this guy's a young rookie. We're going to make him the starter. And then he's a running quarterback. What's the problem with running quarterbacks? They become the run game for their offense and they acquire too much wear and tear. So I'm like, all right, so if we bring back Jonathan Taylor, we can split carries with Anthony Richardson, and then we can have an elite running back and an elite dual threat quarterback, which makes someone like Michael Pittman, who's more of a jump ball guy, or someone like Alec Pierce, it makes their life a lot easier when you have 2 elite guys in the backfield. And now we're relying on the Zach Mosses of the world for production. So you're already setting up this kid for failure, because now you're basically saying, hey, you're going to be our running game this year. We don't believe in your passing ability enough. And now there's no actual threat of just running the football for the Colts. So your offensive line is deteriorating. You're not going to rebuild your team with Jonathan Taylor. It's just not how it works. No one's giving up a first round pick for him. I'm sorry. That's just not going to happen.
No.
Maybe you get a second and a 4 and a 5, but you're not getting a first round pick for him. Go out there, call Tampa Bay. Can we get Mike Evans, please, for Jonathan Taylor? Because then you're like, okay, Michael Pittman, Mike Evans, Anthony Richardson. We don't have a back, but maybe we can, dump a third round pick for one of these guys like Damian Harris, or kind of someone who's average, who can at least complement Anthony Richardson. Like, we don't even have a complimentary back. We're just saying, hey, basically, you're the run game and you're going to get destroyed your rookie year. Like, I don't think that's fair to him.
What about, like, if they can't get Mike Evans, what about Chris Godwin?
No, no, he's a choker. He's going to fumble or drop a pass when you least expect it. If you want a wide receiver to kill a quarterback's confidence, other than Tom Brady, it's going to be Chris Godwin. Every time I looked up, does he put up good numbers? But does he fumble at inopportune times? And does he have some really bad drops? Yeah. So I think I would much rather have someone like Mike Evans, who's at the tail end of his career. Then we can focus on at least replacing him, but it gives us a little bit of time to get that elite wide receiver or draft one next year for him.
Because if you think about it, all these rookie quarterbacks that have been successful, what do they get? They get a wide receiver 1, right? You get the Stephon Diggs, you got the Jamar Chases, you got the AJ Browns of the world. These are all within the last 2 years. You go out there, Mike Evans, he's 31, but he still showed that he's a super formidable wide receiver, still an RB1, wide receiver 1. So why not go out, swap him out? Tampa Bay gets a running back. They don't have to rely on Rashad White. And Tampa, who's clearly in a rebuild, they go ahead and they move on from one of their stars.